Welcome to another episode of Almost the Weekend. I'm Besa Gordon.
And I'm Curtis Delgardo.
And child, we have an amazing show and also a tasty show lined up for you guys today. We have Moni talking about a trans positive celebration event that is going down over at Washington Hall this Saturday. Plus, we also have Ashanti Mayfield from Creamy Cone, who brought us a whole sundae bar, okay? So look, we are going to do one thing that we always like to kick it off with. And in case you don't know, that is our weekend warm-up. So you already know, I'm gonna pass it on over to my buddy Cuddy.
You already know. So starting off this weekend warm-up, we have Minding My Black-Owned Business, presented by the NAACP Pacific Northwest Chapter, which is a networking mixer and vendor market supporting and spreading the word of black businesses thriving in their purpose. This will be taking place on Friday, August 29th, 2025 at J. Ray's Grill and Lounge on 1000 East Madison Street, Seattle, Washington. It will be from 6 to 9:30 p.m. Yeah, and it's a free event, so just pull up to J. Ray's Grill and Lounge, and you should be good to go. Next, we have the All White Affair, which is presented by Club Dollhouse, which is the official Labor Day all-white party, which will be happening on Saturday, August 30th at Club Dollhouse. The address is 10338 Aurora Avenue North, Seattle, Washington, 98133. The party will be happening from 9 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. It will be a $20 entry plus a one drink minimum at the door. Also, continuing with the Club Dollhouse, rocking out with them, we have Soapy Seduction Car Wash, which will be happening on Sunday, August 31st at Club Dollhouse from 12 to 6 p.m. When it comes to the car washes, we have rates starting from your basic package all the way to your mega package, starting out at $60, but gets up to the most at $200. Now, it might sound like, dang, this definitely is more than Brown Bear's prices. However, you're getting more than what you get out at Brown Bear. So trust and believe to know that the price will be right and you'll be getting everything worth that you paid for, along with a great time and a sparkly clean car. So this Sunday from 12 to 6 p.m., make sure you stop by Club Dollhouse and see your favorite sugar doll and get your car washed clean. Next, we move to the Rooftop Day Party presented by TLB, which is an Afrobeats themed day party happening on Saturday, also on August 30th on 120 Broad Street from 5 to 9 p.m. and tickets can be found via Eventbrite. My last event is going to be Seattle Got Soul, so shout out to all my sneakerheads, and if you've been looking for an outlet to get you some new kicks or buy, sell, and trade, this is the event from you. So it's brought to you by Got Soul. It's a shoe convention, like I said. It's a platform for you to buy, sell, and trade sneakers. It will be happening Saturday, September 20th, so save the date. I'm telling you now because tickets will go fast. It will be happening at the Seattle Center Exhibition Hall from 12 to 6 p.m. and tickets can be found via Eventbrite. And before I pass it to Besa, my last thing is just a quick reminder. I brought up For the Lovers 1 year anniversary, but I want to bring up another event by them because I just personally am a fan of this concept. But they have Back to B-Side, which is an R&B party that will be happening at Rich Rich. However, it will be a fundraiser that will be for students, and all donations and proceeds will be going to support kids who might not necessarily have the necessary resources or finances to provide the resources to go back to school. Example of some of those donations, a $60 donation will provide one child with a new backpack filled with quality school supplies, books, and basic health items. And so, obviously, with more of a donation, more of products and resources that you can provide for a kid. So, you're going to turn up and have a good time anyways. Why not let that turn up result into a cause that's going to help the youth get better? Because that's, you know, the youth is our future. So invest in them as you invest in yourself to have a good time. So shout out to For the Lovers and their Back to B-Side school fundraiser event.
I love it. Well, shoot, let me jump right into mine. This isn't necessarily an event, but it's definitely something that you guys should know about. This Friday is the last day that you guys can actually nominate businesses for the Intentionalist Awards, okay? There's 6 different categories, and the businesses that win actually end up winning $3,000. So there's different categories. You have Community Over Competition, Heart of the Community, Rookie of the Year, Cross-Cultural Champion, Legacy Award, Team Member of the Year, and if they've won last year, you cannot actually nominate them again. You're able to nominate them on over at intentionalist.com. And honestly, this is just a really dope way to celebrate the different businesses that you love, that you support, that you appreciate, and that maybe just don't always feel like, you know what, I need a little pat on the back. Telling someone that they're doing a good job is, it goes a very, very long way. So definitely make sure that you support and nominate your favorite locally owned business, and it does need to be a brick and mortar, okay? Your favorite locally owned business this Friday by heading on over to intentionalist.com. Now, in other businesses, other events that we have going on, this Saturday is the Madaraka Festival, and that's going down over at Pier 62. It's from 12 o'clock to 9 p.m., so it's a very long event, but that just means that they have a lot of super dope performances, okay? They literally have artists from over 18 different countries, and a little later on in the show, we are going to show you a quick interview that I did with Simon, who was actually over the event, and this is his first year headlining his own event. I'm excited for you guys to learn a lot more about the Madaraka Festival, and also, I mean, you know how I do. Anything that's on Pier 62, I'm always here for it. Now, also going down this weekend, on Saturday, is the Daddy Stroller Social Club, Seattle's second meetup. Now, you guys might remember on Back to Besa, I showed you guys their first inaugural meetup that happened over in the Central District. This one's going to be over at Cherry Chow Park. And I mean, last time they had the Buffalo Soldiers, they had firefighters come, there was a meditation circle, they did their stride, and they were actually led by the Buffalo Soldiers, and it was just a really dope display of love and affection from fathers to their kids. So definitely pull up, and yes, this is a free event. And then also, Saturday is Teddy Swims, child. He's bringing his I've Tried Everything But Therapy tour. That's deep. And this is going to be happening on Sunday. So definitely pull up to check out Teddy Swims. He's going to be over at, hold on. I don't know why I didn't write it down. I think he's going to be over at, you know what, I'm not even going to guess. I'm just going to put the flyer on the screen, and that way you guys can see where he's going to be at. Also happening on Sunday is Splash Sunday. This event is actually going down by my good sis, Nikita Mathis. Let me get the details for you, because this is not their first Splash Sunday. This is actually their second one, okay? It is a poolside event. There's going to be 2 DJs, DJ Hove, DJ Tab. There is a complimentary buffet. There's also a welcome glass of champagne or something. Basically, you're going to have a welcome libation, if you will. Okay? Tickets are available on Eventbrite. There will be some vendors, so you'll be able to do some amazing shopping. Plus, some of the vendors are also giving away some free things. And yes, because it is a Splash Sunday event, that means that you need to make sure that you bring your bathing suit, okay? And let's be honest, you guys, like the weather is just doing its thing right about now. So it's a good day and a good excuse to not have to wear a whole bunch of clothes. Do I have anything else on here? Oh, I do have a save the date. Mike Epps is going to be over at Muckleshoot Casino on December 9th, okay?
Day?
You know, a good save the date is, Mike Epps is definitely a good save the date. So I wanted to let you guys know about that now rather than later. He'll be over at Muckleshoot Casino. And then also for the Splash pool party that I just told you guys about, you can actually grab those tickets over at Eventbrite. Same with Madaraka Festival. But in the meantime, in between time, Cuddy, it's time for a break.
Let's do it.
Make some moves, 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 make some moves. Pile, 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 don't get them more pile. Pile, 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 don't get them more pile. Kata te, kata yo, don't get them more pile. Teach, don't get tiore, don't get them more pile.
Welcome back to Almost the Weekend. I'm Besa Gordon.
And I am Cuddy.
And you guys, we are going to tap in with Simon to learn a little bit more about this year's Madaraka Festival. And not only is it the Madaraka Festival, child, it is the 11th annual one. So let's tap in with Simon real quick. Hey guys, Besa here.
Hey, this is Simon Javan Okelo.
And right now we are in Georgetown at the Seattle Drum School of Music. Why? Because Simon has his Madaraka Festival coming up this weekend, and it's the 11th annual one at that. Simon, can you tell us a little bit about this year's Madaraka Festival?
Madaraka Festival is coming up this Saturday at Pier 62, and this is the 11th annual Madaraka Festival. I've been at this for 11 years, and I'm really excited for what we have planned for you this weekend at Pier 62. It's going to be amazing. Madaraka Festival is probably the only music festival in the world that is dedicated to music development in East Africa. We do this festival, and part of the proceeds goes back to developing some of the future stars of Africa.
Nice. And speaking of stars, you have people coming from 18 different countries. Like, who are some of the amazing artists that are going to grace the stage this year?
Well, for the first time, I'll be headlining Madaraka Festival. Besides me, we have Rumba DB. It's a Congolese band based in Seattle. We have Snight Braza from Kenya. This is actually 100% Seattle lineup compared to all the Madaraka festivals before. But this is also really diverse, local but very diverse. We are really focusing Madaraka Festival on Seattle, where it started 11 years ago. Our goal is that by the time the World Cup is coming next year, the community really understands the richness of African music in Seattle.
Now, how do you feel making it to 11 years? That means that you've been doing this for a minute, so you have to feel some kind of good.
I feel great, but also a little overwhelmed with gratitude, not with anything else, but gratitude, because without the community, without people like Omari, Salisbury and Converge Media, without people like Vivian Phillips from Art Noah, without local community members, Solomon from Café, Bunbuna Café, so many people have contributed to Madaraka Festival being what it is today. And so I'm just grateful, not only to the business partners and sponsors and artists who have graced the Madaraka stage, but also to our community members, the attendees who have always supported. I'm just grateful and really, really excited.
And now this is a festival, so it's not just for adults. If I'm not mistaken, you guys have like a kids village.
Yeah, it's all ages. We'll have a lot of games, a lot of food. We are most likely going to have cold plunging. So many surprise things are going to be at Madaraka Festival this year. We also have a very diverse lineup, including rock artists, jazz artists, hip-hop artists. Black Stacks are going to be on the Madaraka lineup, a diverse lineup of DJs from Les Cadence, from KEXP to DJ Queens, who is the biggest Kenyan DJ in Washington State right now. Among many other DJs, we have a Mexican DJ as well. It's super, super diverse. I'm just excited to see how it all unfolds.
And speaking of that excitement, what are you most excited for people to experience this year at Madaraka Festival?
I feel that people are going to experience love, I feel like so many events happen all over. Even right now, there's an event happening on the day of Madaraka Festival. There's so many festivals happening, but I feel that genuine and contagious love is only going to be experienced at Madaraka Festival, because it's something built out of authentic love. The impact that we've had globally, particularly in East Africa, has been contagious. So many artists have benefited from it. So many creatives, have benefited from it. And so many businesses have been created as a result of Madaraka Festival. So I'm just excited to celebrate that and to share that, that love with everybody else.
And typically I would ask people how you want for those to feel once they leave your event, but it sounds like you want for them to leave with a feeling of love.
True. And I want them to leave feeling loved, feeling touched, feeling moved, and feeling like they participated in doing something really, really important. Because a lot of the time we go to conferences to solve global issues. The UN just moved their headquarters from New York to Nairobi, Kenya. But us, instead of creating big institutions like this, we're creating music festival. because this is also a process of healing our community, healing ourselves, you know. So I hope that people can live feeling healed, feeling whole, feeling happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, is there any way that people can, I know that it's coming up, it's like fast approaching. Are there ways that people can help you and support Madaraka Festival as it's really quickly approaching us on Saturday?
That's a really good question. We definitely still need a lot of help in terms of sponsorships, grants, not just for this Madaraka, next year's Madaraka. We are already planning next year's Madaraka, which is going to be happening as part of the World Cup activities in Seattle. So you can reach out to me, particularly on Instagram at Okelo Javan. That's the quickest way to reach me, or go to www.madarakafestival.com.
And then really quick before I have you go, I'm gonna have you look right into this camera right here. Okay. And for anyone that's still not sure about why they should pull up to Madaraka Festival this Saturday, look right in them, tell them how to pull up and why they should pull up.
Hey guys, this is Simon Javan Okelo. I am the CEO and founder of Madaraka Festival, and I'm really privileged to be here with Besa, who is moving and changing the culture here in our state. I want to officially invite you to Madaraka Festival. It's going to be the greatest thing happening this weekend in Seattle. We have an array of talent planned for you. We have a lot of food, and we're going to be right at the waterfront. The vibe is going to be amazing, and we promise to give you an experience that will live with you forever. So go to Eventbrite, get your tickets. There's a sale going on right now, and you will never forget this moment, this Saturday. Be there. Peace.
Absolutely. Well, shoot, we'll see you guys this Saturday over at Madaraka Festival at Pier 62. And of course, if you don't have your tickets yet, just like Simon said, grab them at Eventbrite, and you can get more information right now at madarakafestival.com. So, really quick, Cuddy, have you been to Madaraka Festival?
I haven't, but this isn't our first time rocking with Simon, and so I'm already knowing it's a vibe, and the energy that he brings and everything new that he comes with each year to let us know what's going on this year. I look forward to it, and hey, if I'm not there physically, I'm there in spirit. So.
I know that's right. Now, make sure you guys head on over to MadarakAFestival.com to grab your tickets, and you can also grab them on over at Eventbrite.com. Now, in the meantime, in between time, let's see what's next on the list. We're going to be joined by our girl, Moni, or shall I say Moni Tap, to learn about an event that she has coming up this weekend also. Of course, you're watching Almost the Weekend. Hey friends, I'm not sure if you know this, but those ads you see during Back to Besa, one of those could be yours. So look, whether you're a coffee spot like the station in Columbia City, or a spot like Queen Care, or an event that you want people to pull up to, look, Back to Besa has space for you to get the word out. And yes, it is affordable, okay? So if you're ready to get your business, event, or message on Back to Besa, please hit us up at advertise@whereweconverge.com and let's work. Welcome back to Almost the Weekend. I'm Besa Gordon.
And I'm Curtis Delgardo II.
And right now it is time for another dope event that is happening around the city. This one is going down on Saturday, the 30th. It's from it starts at 4 p.m., or shall I say the doors open at 4 p.m. The program starts at 5. It's going down over at Washington Hall, and it's called Louder Than Hate, Trans and Queer, Joy as Resistance. And we have Moni Tap here to talk with us about the event. Hey, Moni.
Hey. Hi, Besa.
What up?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too shabby. Now, you have an event that's going down this Saturday on the 30th over at Washington Hall. Tell us a little bit about the event and why we're putting it on.
Yeah, Louder Than Hate, Trans and Queer, Joy as Resistance. So, you know, a lot that's happening in Seattle is a lot of hateful and violent rhetoric against certain communities and those who are most impacted and marginalized, right? So a group of community leaders and organizations, Black organizations that serve gender expansive communities, decided to come together and think about strategically, how do we approach this? Strategically, how do we support our communities, center our joy, celebrate our existence, and provide an additional space for community to come and do that and reflect on their own celebration and experience.
So, you know, during the event, which is going to be happening on a very, very sunny day, okay? This whole whole week has been
Yeah.
a vibe, okay? Come on, good weather in Seattle. What is going to happen during the event?
Yeah, so there's going to be performances. We have some beautiful community speakers. We have some city officials that are also going to be speaking at the event. Ebo Barton, an incredible writer and performer. Araya Janae, incredible songstress. We have Randy Ford from CD Forum that's going to be speaking. Deontay, y'all's very own Deontay. So it's just going to be a really beautiful evening of community activation. We're going to have Wally Soul Food there. It only makes sense since we're right in the CD. We're going to have drinks, libations, just a really good opportunity for folks to come experience joy with each other. Joy is the strategy, as well as connect with other community organizations that might have information and resources to share with them.
Do you know what kind of resources will be available during the event?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking, Besa. So I am the DCRIM director at Lavender Rights Project. I'm going to be providing a lot of people with information on laws that criminalize them and how you can mobilize community around those things to get them out of here. So that's one thing that we're going to be offering from Lavender Rights Project. We're going to have some safe use and harm reduction resources that are going to be available. We have Seattle Pride Foundation in the building. We have Queer Power Alliance that's going to be in the building. Basically a bunch of folks who have information on legal resources, housing, safe use, getting community connected to the things that they need the most.
I love that. Now, while people are at the event, how do you want them to feel? Like, what do you want the interaction vibes to be?
Yeah, I want people to feel full when they leave. I want them to see themselves recognized in a space where they're valued. You know, it's hard to create safe spaces. I don't think that there's absolute safe spaces, but I think brave spaces where people can show up, encourage, and empower, and be able to share in the love that they have for themselves and one another. I think that's what I want people to feel and what I want people to leave with.
Are you? I know that the event is also being done by Lavender Rights Project, but who else is a part of this event?
Yeah, so really, Lavender Rights Project is really just one of the organizations, right? So core organizations that really came up with this, the NAACP, Lavender Rights Project, CD Forum, Utopia, Swace Health, along with a couple of other core organizers. We're in the room ideating these ideas of celebration in space, but we're also supported by the Seattle Pride Foundation, the LGBTQ Commission, Build 206, the Urban League, the Church Council, along with a bunch of other organizations as well.
And then, I know that this is, it's like a trans celebration type of event, but would you say that this event is for everyone?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's open to the public. It's free for everyone. So it's important that we say that we're centering trans, gender expansive, and queer folks in that space, specifically Black folks who identify in those ways. And also, it's really important that we cultivate this space for our allies and community to show it, to be in celebration, to be like, we are standing in alignment with you as there is, hateful policy, as there is hateful and violent rhetoric that is happening right in our city. What does it look like for people to be in community with each other and showing up for one another? So yes, trans, queer, gender expansive focus. Also, if you know anything about me, everybody's going to show up. So it's open for everybody.
Big facts, big facts. And then is there anything else that you really want for people to know about when they're at this event? Like what they need to take away, what the whole point of the event, like the whole reason as we're even putting this on?
Yeah, absolutely. Two really important pieces. When people's liberties and freedoms are being taken away from them, slowly or fast or every day, it is up to that person to decide how they want to address that and how they want to move. So, I want to be clear that our organizations really support people who feel like if their direct response to what's happening in the city is going to protest, then keep yourself safe, be intentional, be thoughtful about the communities that are going to be impacted after those actions are done, right? And we have just decided that our strategy looks like not taking the bait, not interacting in a way that might escalate violence and more carceral systems for our people. And I think that all of that, when you're fighting against people taking away people's civil liberties, all of it matters and it exists together. Nothing exists in a vacuum. So I think I really wanted to impart that. And I also, I want to impart that folks stay safe, that they stay informed, that they know exactly and have all of the information that they're going up against, and that really we should be celebrating our joy. That is the strategy for us in this moment. And it may look different sometime soon, but this is what we have landed on in this time.
And then lastly, do you need tickets or are you able just to pull up?
No, just pull up to Washington Hall. Doors open at 4. Program starts at 5. We'll be there until 9 p.m. So you have some time to get food, to meet with each other, to dance. We're going to have Sway and Swoon DJ Collective in the building. You know how they get down. DJ Reverend Dallas is going to be there. It's just going to be a really good time. And, we're just going to be kicking it.
It's going to be a vibe.
Yeah, it's going to be a vibe.
Well, shoot, Moni, I want to thank you so much for coming down here and telling us so much more about this event. Is there like a website that people can go to for more information?
Absolutely. So for anybody who's on Instagram, Lavender Rights Project is what you're going to look up. We're updating daily if there's any changes to the event, but we're good to go for Saturday at 4 p.m. But if you want to find out more about the performers who are going to be there, more of the community partners that are going to be there, I would look at our Instagram, Lavender Rights Project.
Awesome sauces. Well, shoot, make sure you guys pull up to Washington Hall this Saturday. Doors open at 4 p.m. Event starts at 5 p.m. And as you just heard, it is going down until 9 p.m. And it is free, okay? So just pull up and bring your friends. Anywho, Cuddy, I don't know if you know this, but...
It's time for another break.
In Seattle, it's more than just coffee. It's community. At the station, we brew more than just your favorite cup. We brew connection. From Beacon Hill to Columbia City, we're a space for artists, activists, and everyone in between. A place to gather, create, and simply be. Whether you need a quiet place to work, a lively spot to meet friends, or just a moment to unwind, find your place at the station. More than coffee, it's home. Visit us in Beacon Hill or Columbia City. The station, where community happens.
Welcome back to Almost the Weekend. I'm Besa Gordon.
And I'm Curtis Delgardo.
And guess what? We got ice cream.
Ice cream.
Ice cream. And not just any ice cream, child. We have ice cream from Creamy Cones. So you already know what that means. That means our girl Ashanti Mayfield is in the building.
In the building.
Hey, Ashanti.
Hi, thank you for having me today.
Thank you for being the first one to come bringing food. You know, we be hungry around here. And Cuddy done.
I'm so happy you came.
He's
You wouldn't have
almost
to
done
say
with his.
anything on this interview, and you did your part.
I'm only pausing this because thank you. This is fucking.
Ooh. We gonna put the edited magic on that one.
There's
But,
enough for everybody to get 2.
yeah,
You guys
because
don't-
I want to
don't
read.
let nothing go to waste.
I need to spin the block on
We
the
gotta
mint
re-up.
chocolate chip. So if you're out there and you're also a mint chocolate chip fan, I just want to let you know you're winning with this one. All right, she did not miss. She put her knuckles, elbows, and wrist in this ice cream, and I low-key don't want to talk. I just want to eat my ice cream.
Because it's that fire. And by
Look
the way, my
good.
ice cream is vegan. Child, we got
Yeah.
a chocolate. What's up in here?
So that one is made with a coconut milk base. It's a chocolate Oreo.
And we got coconut-based whipped cream too.
Yes, coconut milk based whipped cream. Always try to do,
It's so creamy.
some non-dairy options.
I don't know how you did it.
It don't
Look.
matter. This is perfect. I'm glad you did it. It don't matter how you did it. It's the fact that you did it.
And it came
This
out
is
amazing.
good.
So I wanted for you to come here because I did see your post that you put on Instagram. And how long have you been at your Creamy Cone location on Henderson?
So we're actually on Rainier.
On Rainier.
Yeah, we're right before you hit Sword Park Drive. So we've been there a little over 4 years.
And then after being there for 4 years, you guys are not closing, but you're trying to transition into a new space.
Correct.
And right now, you want for people to hire you for catering, in rather than just being like, "Hey, we're not closing, we're not gone, we're just," because you've always been doing the catering portion.
Yeah, we started catering the first year we opened. It's just really picked up over the past year, and it's a different vibe from work in the shop to actually going to the events and setting up, and I like it a little bit more. So not opposed to a new space, but I just kind of want to put my time and energy and focus into the catering and pop-up.
What like makes your heart sing more about the catering?
If it's like youth events, it's always fun, like being around the kids and serving the kids. If it's corporate events, it's just different. People are coming there and they're showing up at the events and they're anticipating just, the sundae bars or the different flavors we bring. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's fun. It's fun to set up and just go through that whole process.
And then you get to move around more.
Yes, I'm not stuck behind the case. And that wasn't my goal when I opened. Like, I had no intentions being behind the counter scooping. Like, I did my years at KFC and Ivers as a teenager. Like, I didn't plan on getting back into food service.
Yeah.
I just wanted to open up and do it. But when I do the pop-ups and the catering and I'm scooping there, it doesn't feel the same as when I'm in the shop scooping.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's weird.
It just feels more like this is where I should be at. I'm comfortable. I'm like giving people a cool option, something sweet, something tasty.
Yeah.
And rather than, I think it's the stationary aspect of it. Like, you're not stationary. You're in a different area each time that you're probably doing these caterings.
I think you're right, too. I never really thought about it, but now that you're mentioning it, that's probably what it is, because I do like to move around, and yeah.
I like how you, one, it's like, oftentimes we'll plant seeds and not realize that we're planting them or have an idea on when it's time for those to harvest. So like how you said, you started catering it within your first year of opening. I guess my question would be like, from year 1 to now, year 4 going on year 5, what has occurred or like what has been shown to you more that it's like, okay, bet we planted this in year 1, but now year 4, year 5, it's looking like now this is the time to take this off. So what's been like that difference, as far as gradual scale?
Yeah, the big difference is just realizing the desire for us to come and set up. Like, we're getting reached out to from, bigger corporations for a bigger capacity that we're providing for. And I don't know, I guess it's just making it feel like, we're wanted, and so to show up and be able to like put smiles on faces over ice cream is pretty gratifying. So
would a mobile like truck be something you guys would ever be like eventually like interested in? Like I've seen with like Mike's Shaved Ice, they have like a pop-up little trailer they can, so would you guys be like, or are you guys headed to that like type of scale when it comes to catering and whatnot?
I thought about it, but not in depth, like to look at numbers and cost-wise, not really. So, I mean, just our setup now is working, but I'm not opposed to anything. Like, I'm just moving forward with a very open mindset, and yeah. I'd be open to a mobile truck.
For sure.
I don't want to drive it, though. And I don't have to worry about the parking it and the generator and all the other things with it, but I'm not against it.
Is there like one, like any that are your personal favorite or that stand out as far as like consumers, or just that for a fact is like something you created on your own and I can't go find at a Ben and Jerry's or whatever?
That's the banana pudding. So my sister curated that one. And that's kind of what got us put on the map, I would say, as far as like the most media coverage or whatnot, like the banana pudding. And we get people who drive up from Everett and Puyallup, and they'll come for that banana pudding. So at the shop, we rotate 12 flavors. Well, we rotate 11 because we keep the banana pudding at all times.
That one goes nowhere.
Yeah, that one goes nowhere. So, yeah, I think that's the one I would say.
That's the winner. Is that the one that's your favorite as well?
Yes, because and I would say my favorite because it's just special. My sister is the only one who can make banana pudding like my grandpa used to make it. So she wanted that flavor specifically for the shop when we opened, and I think she nailed it. So
Nice.
Yeah.
I heard you.
What have you learned about making ice cream from day one to now? Like one thing that you wish you're like, man, I wish if I would have known that when I first started doing this ice cream business and making ice cream,
So-
especially in big batches.
So I want this to be clear. We've never claimed or anything to make our own ice cream. We don't manufacture in-house. So when we first started the business, we did a whole bunch of, research as into local sources. We tried every creamery in the state of Washington and Portland, so Pacific Northwest, and we researched. We didn't go into other places and ask who made their ice cream. Like, we deep dived into it and ordered, from the manufacturer samples and went through the whole wholesale process. So we ended up finding a couple of vendors that were able to curate and customize flavors for us. So instead of going through the manufacturing process, which I initially thought we wanted to do, that quickly changed when I realized how much goes into that.
Right.
It's not only like, super high in cost, but it's time consuming.
Yeah.
And I have 2 teenage daughters. 4 years ago, they were preteens. And so, again, we started this in the midst of COVID. So money and time and all that, I thought by now I would be manufacturing ice cream, but I don't want to do that. That's not what I want to do. Shout out to PJ's Classic Creamery, though. Michelle and I met today, and she's just a beautiful soul. They make their own ice cream. So.
I love PJ's.
Yeah.
The bonbons. They're a schmoot over there.
Yeah.
What do you want? What else do you want for people to know about that experience that they get whenever they hire you for catering?
I'm big on customer service. It's always been like a pet peeve of mine. If I go into an establishment and it's crap, I will walk out. I won't return. There's been a couple times where I'll give a second chance if I hear good things through word of mouth, and maybe, I just had a bad server or something was off that day. But yeah, I'm just really big on customer service. So I try to make sure I'm always treating everybody kind and, making sure all of their wants and needs are met and that they feel respected and wanted. Their business is wanted. So, yeah.
Good stuff. And then, what's the best way for, 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Best way for people to hire you, and how long do they have to still go down to Creamy Cone?
Okay. The best way to hire us is through email. So you can email us at creamyconecafe@gmail.com. You can also reach out through Instagram. Direct message works, and I'll be the one. I do it all. I do everything. So I'll be the one responding back to any emails, any inquiries. And then as far as end date, I don't know. I don't have a specific date. I am leaning towards more of September, but I definitely want to be there like the first couple weeks of school starting because all the kids are coming, and it's still nice in September. So there is no rush to get out of there. I just wanted to give people a heads up. We have a lot of people who purchase like gift certificates over the summer. And so I just want to give people time to come on in and enjoy it while it's here. Cause
Well, also, it's like, it's that heads up to where it's like, look, I might be still here in October, but just in case, Chuck, come get this ice cream while you can.
Yeah.
Cuddy finished pretty much his whole cup
No, my
before we
cup's
even
done.
started the
I already put
interview.
in my form for application. Hey, you might catch me down there serving you some scoops. I already said I want to volunteer. So yeah, now I'm sold.
And then also, for me with my skin, it's I do my best to not eat like dairy and things like that. And I don't even know how you got the brownies like this, man.
Yeah. So my sister and I were big on bringing in like best quality premium ice cream. We don't go get the big tubs from the cash and carry that a lot of ice cream shops do. And I'm not trying to throw shade, but I'm serious when I say this. Like, there is a difference in the taste of the ice cream that we bring in, lower quality ice cream. You'll feel it in your stomach. It will taste good for the moment, but you know, a lot of times it's overly sweet, or I'm dairy sensitive. So even myself, like a lot of people think I just eat ice cream all day. No, I could do like a bite and I'm satisfied.
Oh,
so,
wow.
yeah.
Well, shoot.
Yeah.
In the meantime, between time, make sure you guys pull up the Creamy Cone over on Rainier.
Yeah.
And get you some of this ice. First of all, it's like 82 degrees every day for like the next week and a half, okay? Come get you some of this ice cream and live your best life. But also make sure that you are hiring Ashanti to do catering for whether it's your work, your birthday party, maybe you're having a baby shower. You got a lot of different things going on, or maybe you just want some ice cream. Like I said, it is hot outside. And let's be honest, we were just talking about earlier how we don't have AC like that out here in Seattle. So some good ice cream will do you good, okay? In the meantime, between time, Ashanti, I want to thank you for coming by. I also want to thank you for this amazing sundae bar that she gave us. Child, like, there's like, what, 5 different flavors over there?
Yeah, so when we do sundae bars, so depending on the amount of people, we'll offer pre-packed scoops, which is what I provided today. And normally with that, we give a variety of flavors. If it's for a bigger capacity, we'll come with our big tubs, and then you could select like 3 to 5 flavors for us to do a scoop service for that. So
Nice.
yeah.
I just want to say I thought that was adorable. You pick up your little scoop, you add
It's
your
so
whipped cream
convenient.
and do your own thing.
all together.
And everybody is all nice and happy and just in their own little corners, you know, kicking their little feet like a little kid. Okay? In the meantime, between time, again, Ashanti, I want to thank you for stopping by almost the weekend.
Thank you
In the
for having
meantime, between time, Cuddy, let me see what is next.
Gotta go to another break.
It is definitely time for another break. But, oh, coming up next, we got our weekend picks because the show's just about over, okay? So, of course, stay locked. You're watching Almost the Weekend.
1 in every 500 African Americans in the U.S. suffers from sickle cell disease. 1 in 3 African American blood donors is a match for patients with sickle cell. 1 appointment to donate blood with the American Red Cross can help save a life. Will you be that one? Visit redcrossblood.org/ourblood today to schedule an appointment at a location near you.
Welcome back to Almost the Weekend. I'm Besa Gordon.
And I'm Curtis Delgardo II.
And right now, it is time for our weekend picks.
That part. So am I going first or are you
Do
going
you
first?
know your weekend pick to go
Do
first?
you know your weekend
I
picks?
already know my weekend pick.
So then tell me your weekend pick and we'll see how much you know your weekend pick.
And that's just your way of saying I'm still scrolling on my phone and I don't know, but that's okay. My weekend pick is definitely going to be Madaraka Festival. I think it's going to be a vibe. And also, I haven't been to Madaraka Festival before. This is the 11th annual one. They have a whole bunch of artists that are actually from right here in the Seattle area. And I just think it's going to be a schmooze. What about you?
I got more of a Kid Cudi day and night version when it comes to my weekend picks. During the day, I'm definitely going to tap in and mind my own black business. You know, I feel like, 1, I just love the title. 2, I love black business and black people thriving in their different respective areas as far as their niches and what they bring to community and just overall add to the overall benefit of this world. So I'm thankful for that and would love to be in that space, so I choose that. And when it comes to the nighttime, I'm going to the dollhouse to party with the Sugar Dolls in the all-white affair. So like I said, make sure you got your all-white. I'm probably going to wear black to the all-white show because I'm just different and I can do that. But yeah, we gonna pop in and have a good time.
You gonna walk in there looking like security.
No,
Everyone else is gonna be.
you know, I'm gonna I'm gonna put that, beep on. So I'm definitely not gonna look like no security personnel. Hello. Talk about it.
All right, you guys. Well, shoot, that is it for this week's episode of Almost the Weekend. Of course, you can keep up with me on social media at Besa Gordon. You can learn more about the show over at whereweconverge.com/Almost the Weekend. And if you want to see your event on Almost the Weekend, or even if you would like to advertise on Almost the Weekend, you can send us an email over at advertise@whereweconverge.com.
Yes, sir. And if you want to keep up with me, you can follow me on social media platforms at Cuddy the Sensei, CUDDYTHA Sensei. And like I said, or like Besa said, if you do have an event that you at least want to be put on our event calendar, you can submit that via events@whereweconverge.com, and I'll make sure to get that up for you.
All right. Well, Well, shoot, in the meantime, between time, of course, we want to thank you guys for tapping in with Almost the Weekend. And until next week, yeah, it's almost the weekend. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.